Kia ora, it's Ruth here in my backyard in Christchurch, and it is now January, which is super exciting. We've actually just been away for 2 weeks, and so I thought it was about time to do my January garden update. Now it's been really cool, and while we were away we had our flatmate and our neighbours looking after our garden, which means some awesome things have been picked, but there's still lots more to go. So here's my garden as it is now. Let's start with strawberries. Well, actually the nasturtiums. So these took ages to start going, but in the last weeks they've gone gangbusters. I've got the nasturtiums as some companion planting. Now you can see some of the leaves have got bugs on them, and my plan is that nasturtiums are a bit of a funny companion plant, that rather than repelling insects they actually attract them to the nasturtium, which means then once I see caterpillars and stuff on the leaves I can just pick the leaves off and throw them away rather than having them on my other veggies that I like. So nasturtiums are currently with my strawberries. There's lots of good strawberries very nearly ready to pick. See, they're some pretty good sizes. Just need to give them a bit more sun. And we've got lots of green ones coming on too. Here, we pulled this out today. We've got our lemon tree that was dead, is now gone, and our other little lemon tree. We might move, but for now it's okay there. If we have a look over here, we thought we'd come back to seeing our blueberries being ready. Not quite. But that also means that the birds haven't got them yet. So this is our earliest fruiting one. So hopefully, give it maybe another couple of weeks, they'll be ready, and I'm really looking forward to our first lot of blueberries. Over here, look, here's our zucchinis. We've got a little Siamese one growing here, which is quite cool. These two are both yellow ones, and they are going to be ready in, well, probably a couple of days with the rate zucchinis grow. All of the tomatoes in this garden, these were tiny when I left, and they're growing bigger, which is awesome, nice and strong. Our spinach sadly is bolting and going to seed a little bit, seems to be the trend. Here's our other strawberries with some sneaky ones hiding in here, and other strawberries. We've got a few runners starting to come out, and what these are is these are going to be fully viable plants. You can see down here there are some little roots, so what I'm going to do is I'll stick this in the ground, and then these will be plants that I'll use next year, which is great because strawberry plants only last, well, probably fruit really well for the first kind of second year, third, fourth year, and then they don't fruit as well. So having these runners means that I can continually have a new supply of my own strawberries without having to buy new. Here is another one of the nasturtiums. Our kale, even though it is summer, is going pretty well at the moment. Our beetroot is starting to get some rust down here, so we're going to have a few more we have to pick, but it's a pretty decent size, so we'll have to really use it in salads and cooking. Lettuce is going well, and down here has been a bit of a nursery for me. What I did before I went away is I had planted a whole lot of seeds, and then suddenly thought, oh my goodness, I'm going away, seeds aren't the best thing to leave while I'm away. So I put them in the end of this garden bed because I had pulled out things recently, there wasn't anything growing in it, but also because there's a tree here. The tree was really good because it provides a lot of shade throughout the day, which isn't always good for growing things, but it's good for seeds, and it means that also they're with everything so that we didn't forget to water them while we're away. And everything is going pretty well. We've got a whole lot of basil, some beetroot, some more marigolds, some more zucchinis, number 1 and number 2, which I wasn't too sure which they are, so we're going to see once they grow. More basil. The tomatoes aren't doing too well, they've got a bit too dry. Some more nasturtiums, some spinach, some buttercrunch, and here are a whole lot of my Bux's hedges, which I grew last year. Now my problem that I'd done is I'd had them all in the shade, put them in the sun, and I think a whole lot of them got sunburnt and died. So now that's why they're here, is because they had previously been in the shade. I think going straight to the sun was a little bit too much, and they got a fright. And over there, more beetroot. And then just today, I put in some Brussels sprout seeds. I've got about 36 in total, so they should be good as we go on. If we have a look here, we've got our 2 feijoas are just finishing their flowering, and one thing I learned about feijoas is that they're red flowers, and so rather than bees pollinating them, it's birds. And if you're not too sure if there's enough birds, you can kind of lightly touch it, and then go find another flower and lightly touch it, and so you can help the pollinating yourself. So whenever I'm out I like to give that a go because it's a little bit of fun. And then down here our black currants haven't done as well. They've just kind of really leaved out this year. We're hoping that means next year they might be a bit better, but our little ones that we planted in are going really well. They really took off while we were away. Here's another zucchini, not going as well, but our little one's here, and a few weeds we need to do. I might pause there and then I'll do a part 2, otherwise the videos will get too long. So thank you for watching part 1 of the January garden, and check back next to see part 2. Remember to subscribe if you'd like to see more. Ka kite!